Hi guys, it's KINO. Welcome to another video. So as you can see from the title, today's reading is going to be all about your soul family. So this is your group of soulmates. They can be romantic, platonic, family members, any soul who is playing a major role in your life. So we're going to take a look at what main members of your soul family are going to be with you in this lifetime, as well as where you might find them and what they're going to teach you in this life. Okay, so there's 4 readings for you guys to choose from. I'm going to show you each of the crystals one by one, and then please pick whichever one you feel drawn to the most. So number 1 is Gray Moonstone. Number 2 is Blue Howlite. Number 3 is Blue Lace Agate. And number 4 is Orange Calcite. Okay, so as always, take all the time you need to pick. You can pause the video if you need to. I'm going to go ahead and get started with number 1. Hi number ones, so if you chose the Gray Moonstone, this is going to be a reading all about your soul family. So your soul family is the primary group of souls that you experience your lifetimes with, and they help you grow and evolve throughout your lifetimes and vice versa. So the first cards that we have here, I have 5 tarot cards, and in this reading today, I'm actually going to take the reversals because I thought we could use the reverse cards to show members of your soul family who are on the other side, so who are guiding you from the soul world. And I also want to say that there are 5 cards here, but it is possible that there are more members to your soul family, but these are just going to represent the members who are playing the most significant role for you in this lifetime. So with all that being said, let's take a look at your cards. First one is Strength, King of Swords, Page of Swords, Queen of Swords, and Death. Okay, so we actually got all 5 of them in the upright. So this tells us that the most significant members of your soul family are actually incarnated and will actually be in your life in the 3D. Now, the first thing that is standing out to me a lot are these cards in the center, because we have a king, a queen, and a page of swords, and this to me does look like a family. So immediately I'm thinking that these 2 individuals here can represent your parents, or they can represent, you know, the closest thing to a father figure and the closest thing to a mother figure that you've had in this lifetime. This page of swords in the middle, it can represent a sibling if you're resonating with this being an immediate family unit. If you're an only child, this could be something like you and your parents. This is a general reading, and I know that everybody has a different family structure, so please take these family roles however they resonate. But with 3 swords cards showing up, it really does look like a family to me. I'm also noticing that the king and the queen have the black raven and the white raven on their shoulders, and this can tell us that your 2 parental figures were quite different in personality, in values, and with swords, and also birds for that matter, having to do with communication, that could have been a little bit confusing for you growing up. Like, you have 2 parents who are very vocal and maybe very strict in their values, but they're also so different. So it's like they're both sending you different messages, both telling you different things. And I'm also feeling that the relationship between your parents could have been not the best, like a little bit strained. The swords energy, it does give me vibes of, you know, stress and anxiety, something being highly strung a lot of the time. And the Queen of Swords, she can represent a woman who is divorced. So it could be that your parents are separated, split up. It does seem at the very least that there was some dynamic in your family between older immediate relatives where there was a lot of conflict, there was a lot of clashing. And yes, these are members of your soul family, and you may wonder why you chose to witness that or why you chose to have that experience in your early life. And I truly believe any sort of, well, what we perceive as negative experience in our early life, it can provide contrast for us later on in life. Because you had this experience, you're going to know much better than maybe some others who didn't have this experience what they should look out for when they go out into the world and form their own relationships. I feel like you guys are going to be very, very discerning about who you create space for in your life, and you're going to be hyper aware of who is compatible and not compatible with you, and that it's not worth forcing a relationship with somebody who is not compatible with you. You're going to be out there looking for the best of the best, and I'm very certain for you guys that once you go out and start your own life, you're going to find the perfect romantic partner for you. I'm getting the message for some of you guys that you could have possibly not gotten as much attention or as much affection as you would have hoped as a child, because the King and Queen of Swords, they can come off as a little bit cold, a little bit emotionally distant, and I think that could especially be the case if there was some strain between their relationship, because whether they intended to or not, it could have been that they were so preoccupied with this marriage or this relationship not going well that sometimes they did tend to neglect you or neglect your children, like you and your siblings. And I'm getting this sort of image of like when things were going well, you would get a lot of love, and when things weren't going so well, you might get a little bit less of that affection. And so that was also making you kind of hyper aware of like how you can make them happy, how you can please them, and this kind of thing. So I really, really do think that those interactions with your immediate family, or just witnessing the dynamic between them, is going to provide a very strong reference or a very strong contrast to how you form your relationships as an adult, especially with your romantic partners, with your best friends, and with your children if you do choose to have children one day. Looking at these two cards on the outside, if we're assuming that this is you, it does look like these are two members of your soul family that you would meet once you exit this life with your immediate family. So maybe once you go off to college, or once you move out of your childhood home, once you, I don't want to say break free, but once you, I guess, distance yourself to a certain extent from this family unit, you go out and start your own life. These will be two members of your soul family that you come across. And I'm feeling that these are going to be lifelong best friends. That's the energy that they are giving me. Like two friends that you cannot imagine your life without. Two friends that you just have the strongest loyal bond with. They are coming through as Leo and Scorpio energy, just in case that is significant to anybody. But I also like that they are both major arcana, because it does show a really, really significant relationship in your life. I think this would be like the closest you can feel to family with somebody who is not your family. That is how close you all are going to be. So one of these friends is represented by the strength energy, and so this is going to be a friend who helps you to learn compassion for yourself. So, you know, with regards to what we just saw with your past, your early childhood, this can be somebody who helps you to forgive any turmoil, any struggles that you experience in the past with your family, or even judgments that you are carrying with yourself, you know. Any feelings of guilt, feeling that you should have done something differently in your early life. When you come into the relationship with this friend, they teach you that you could not have done anything differently, that you should not feel any guilt or regret for things in your childhood. Basically, that nothing was your fault, and that you need to forgive the past and move in a new direction now. This is somebody who is very gentle, very understanding, and very patient. I'm also thinking of this Leo energy that they have within them. They have such a gentle and playful spirit, and they're also so uplifting. This could be a friend who really helps you to find and bring out your light, bring out your true colors and your natural talents. Somebody who helps you to shine and be proud of yourself and be confident out there in the world. It could be that this friend is extremely creative and artistic themselves, and they help you maybe to utilize that outlet as well to get out your emotions. But in any case, this is a huge supportive role in your life. And I see this infinity symbol at the top. This is like a forever bond. The love that you guys have in this lifetime is infinite. You have been together for many lifetimes in the past. You will continue to be together for many lifetimes in the future. But I really see both of these friends coming in to help you move on from the identity that you may be holding on to from your childhood, which is one that I think is a little bit anxious, a little bit reserved, tends to be a worrier. Just, it feels like quite a nervous energy, and I think that's not the real you. I think that the real you is very strong, very confident, very passionate, very playful, and these people are going to help you to bring that back out, because I see this other friend coming through as the death energy as well, which is all about letting go of the past and spiritual transformation. So it's like you're really getting into the heart of yourself. You're discovering who you truly are beyond this unit. And maybe for the first time, really feeling that your authentic self is loved and valued. I'm also looking at this imagery here. So we can see the person crying, and I know this figure is kind of scary, but the way that it has the hand up like that, it almost looks like death is listening to her crying. And so this friend could really be like the shoulder to cry on, so to speak. Like, you feel so safe around this person that you can let out all of the pain, all of the sorrows that you've been holding on to throughout your life that maybe you didn't even know were there. I'm kind of sensing, we talked a little bit about the people in your earlier life coming through as the swords, being sort of emotionally detached, being sort of distant. It could be that you didn't really see many emotional displays from those people in your early life, and now you're uniting with individuals like this is Leo and Scorpio, who are so deeply passionate, who are so emotional, and they're making you feel safe enough to access that vulnerable and sensitive side of yourself. And you could be very surprised at this flood of deep emotion that comes out of you, and you could be a little bit scared of it even, but these friends are here to show you that that expression is beautiful. That's what makes you beautiful. That's what makes you human. And again, they're showing you healthy outlets to express those emotions, whether it's through crying, whether it's through turning it into art. They're helping you to get it out there and discover who you truly are. Okay, so now let's take a look at some oracle cards. These next 3 oracle cards are going to show us where you might find these people. There's exchanging gifts, chaos and conflict in reverse, and new life. Okay, so I think the new life is a pretty strong confirmation. You will meet these people when you come out of your shell. Again, there is this sort of energy of breaking free with this card. She's coming out of her box, out of her cage. She's stretching, getting used to her new environment and her new freedom. So for a lot of you, I am feeling like there will be some kind of move that you make, moving out of your house, maybe moving to a new city. It feels like a fresh start in your life. Now going over to the exchanging gifts. You guys have a beautiful gift to share with the world, and I just noticed even on this card there is somebody who is like coming out of some sort of containment. Really strong imagery of breaking free, but I feel especially with this one, there is some gift or some talent that you guys are meant to share with the world. I think the person being represented by the Leo energy, this is the first friend who's going to come into your life, because I see you popping out of this box and there's a little cat here to greet you, and this is the Leo energy with the cat, with the lion. So this gift, it has to do with a creative talent that you have, perhaps a spiritual ability, or anything related to your calling, your destined career path in life. When you choose to start pursuing that path and sharing that gift with the world, that's how you're going to make yourself visible to your friends. So if this is a career path that you feel very drawn to, then you would probably meet this friend when you enter into that job. If this is a creative pursuit, then you might meet them when you start to put your work out there, and then they see your work, they recognize it, and they compliment you on it, and it starts from there. But that's how you are becoming seen to this friend. And maybe this other friend here is like a friend of theirs, and they introduce you, because I see this one coming in next, the second one, but as a result of this first friendship with this little kitty here. I'm also noticing all of the numbers on these cards. We have a 9 here. If we add this up, we have a 6. If we add this up, we have a 3. If we add this up, these could be numbers that you are seeing before meeting these friends, little signs that Spirit is putting in your way to tell you that they're coming. You might see like 369, 963, repeating of any of those numbers, like 333, 666, 999. Now with this chaos and conflict card in the middle, you guys could be hesitating a lot when it comes to putting this gift out there, because like we were talking about earlier, it does make sense. Like, I think you guys have become, hyper aware of how people react to you, how people treat you in your life, and you could be quite nervous about how people are going to view you, because it's almost like you've memorized this pattern from your childhood of, if I'm behaving well, if I'm doing well, then people will like me. And if I'm not doing well, then people won't like me. Even this gift that is supposed to be so enjoyable and approached in a playful and lighthearted manner, I feel like you could feel a lot of pressure to perform well with it. So it could be a very stressful decision to make. I also see like this imagery, it really, really shows that for the earlier part of your life, it's almost like you've been living as somebody who is not you. Like, you're this zebra dressed as a giraffe. You're this beautiful, expressive, talented soul who is putting yourself in a box, like out of fear, out of anxiety. And it's time to let that mask come off, let that costume come off. But it's very scary to take off this costume, to come out of this egg, to come out of this box. So this could be a decision that, you're on the fence about it a lot. You're thinking, I'm gonna do it, and then you get scared and pull back. It could take a lot of time for you to really commit to this decision, and that's okay. That's entirely okay. And I want you to know that these friends, these beautiful soul family members, they're going to be waiting for you on the other side. Whether this decision takes you a week or whether it takes you 3 years, they'll be there. They'll be waiting for you. You guys are all working together, and your divine paths will align perfectly. I'm also noticing all of these numbers. They were multiples of 3, 3, 6, 9. So this trio here, this group of 3 seems really, really strong, and I wouldn't be surprised if all 3 of you are incarnating in every single lifetime together. So finally, let's look at your last 2 oracle cards, and these are going to show us what you are teaching each other in this lifetime. There's unnecessary worries in reverse, so this will be about letting go of all of your anxieties, letting go of everything that has been stressing you and holding you back, and finding your freedom, finding your peace in this world. This is a deeply healing bond for all three of you. And I'm actually feeling like all three of you will have had distinct early childhood experiences. They're all a little bit different, but maybe they were all tough in their own way. And when all of you come together, there's something that each of you can teach the others based on your experience. So maybe, this person's painful past experiences can help to heal you, and your painful past experiences, what you've learned from that, can help to heal this one. You're all coming together and helping each other identify those anxieties that you've been unnecessarily carrying with you for so long. You're helping each other to forgive yourself and then to let go of it. And finally, there is prosperity. Yes? So whatever this gift is, I think you're all very talented and gifted, and you are meant to go out in the world and make money with this. Whether you guys are collaborating together or whether you are just supporting each other on your own respective paths, you are meant to find abundance and prosperity together. And I'm also hearing like there's going to be a huge shift when the three of you come together. Within a year of your union, you're going to start noticing a huge increase in abundance. Like this card says, there's a positive shift in your flow of divine support. Spirit is going to really start working to bring you the resources and the security that you need to go forward with this gift and pursue this dream. And that's going to be your huge confirmation that you are on the right path. And I'm also realizing now that these threes and these multiples of three that we've been seeing through this reading, 3 is a number of manifestation, creativity, and prosperity. It's the Empress number. So you guys are set up for so much happiness and so much abundance in your life. Okay, so I'm going to end your reading there. Thank you very, very much for letting me read for you. I hope you have a wonderful day or night whenever you're watching, and I wish you all the best. Please take good care of yourself, stay healthy. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you feel like doing that, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye. Hi number 2s, so if you chose the blue howlite, this is going to be a reading all about your soul family. So your soul family is the primary group of souls that you experience your lifetimes with. They help you to learn and evolve throughout your lifetimes and vice versa. And so the first cards that I have here, there are 5 tarot cards, and these are going to represent the members of your soul family. So in this reading today, I'm actually going to keep the reversal cards in reverse because I thought we could use those cards to represent members of your soul family that are on the other side. So they're in the soul world and they are guiding you from there. I also want to say that yes, there are 5 cards, but your soul family could actually have many more members. So these cards are just going to represent those who are playing the most significant role for you in this lifetime. Okay, so with all that being said, let's take a look at your cards now. So first we have the 5 of Wands in reverse, the 9 of Cups, Temperance, the Queen of Pentacles, and the Ace of Wands. So it's funny, I mentioned before looking at the cards that your soul family could have many more members, and then we have this card which actually has 5 people on it, and it looks like this card is representing those members of your soul family that are actually currently in the soul world and guiding you from there. So this could be, for example, loved ones who have passed on. However, for most of you, I am getting the sense that a lot of these souls have not been incarnated with you in this lifetime, and they're actually acting as spirit guides for you. And I'm sensing like a very strong energy of friendship, of camaraderie. These souls are very bright and cheerful and playful, and I'm getting the sense that you guys are like a closely knit tight group of friends in the soul world. They have a really good sense of humor, and they're just very friendly and encouraging towards you. And also the word contemporaries is coming to my mind for some reason. Like you guys are or contemporary. I don't know if I'm saying it right. Like you guys are on the same level. So maybe you guys are all very advanced souls. Maybe you guys all do act as spirit guides sometimes. But because there's so many of them, and the Five of Wands, it is about conflict, competition, or just has a very hectic energy. I'm feeling that these guides are extremely vocal to you. Yet, like, you kind of have their voices in your head a lot, and it can be even a little bit overwhelming or even a little bit frustrating sometimes. Almost like these spirit guides are talking to you and sending you signs so much that sometimes you cannot hear yourself think, and it's just because they're so excited to talk to you. They're so excited to communicate with you. So their messages could come through really, really strongly sometimes. If you guys have feeling like you're always in your head, like you're thinking way too much, I have a feeling that it's not just your own inner dialogue, it's the voices of all of these spirit guides as well. Now, the next card that we have for you, this is the Nine of Cups, and immediately this gave me the energy of a romantic partner. So this is a romantic soulmate with whom you will have a very sweet, very comfortable, and easy relationship. Easy is the word that is coming to mind. So things feel very natural with this person. You don't have to force anything. You don't have to be afraid to express your needs and your desires. This is a very reliable person who always shows that they care for you and that they feel so grateful and lucky to have you. This is someone in your life who, no matter how much or how little they have, they're going to share it with you. So very, very close romantic bond with this person. And for some reason, I'm feeling that this card can represent an individual that you don't actually end up with in the long run. So you have like the one who is out there for you. You have the ultimate romantic partner who is out there for you. That will also be a soulmate. That will also be a member of your soul family. But I feel like the person who is coming through here, it could be the person that you meet before the one, or just a relationship that doesn't last, but that you can look back on very, very fondly. It could be, you know, a situation where just the timing, like right person, wrong time, or the circumstances in your lives just don't line up. Or it could very simply just be the fact that both of your souls intended to be with a different soulmate, with someone else in this lifetime, but your relationship is still significant and it still brings a lot of positivity into your life. It could very much be that this is a relationship that serves the purpose of showing you what real love feels like, of showing you how you truly want to and truly deserve to be treated. And I feel that even if you guys part ways and end up with other people who are also perfect for you and that you love very much, it's like there's always gonna be that place in your heart for this person. So this could be something like, you know, a high school sweetheart, or just a very sweet relationship that you experienced earlier on in your life that really sets you on the right path to find your true soulmate. Now, the next card that we have here, this is the Temperance card. This is the major arcana, so this will be a very, very significant and very close person in your life too. The energy that I got from this card right away was that it's either like a childhood best friend or an immediate family member. So someone who is really joined at the hip with you from a very, very young age. And Temperance is all about balance and moderation, and you can see this angel here is pouring the water in between the two cups. What I thought with this energy is that this will be a person who is really quite different from you, and so you may not see eye to eye on everything and you may butt heads sometimes, but you still love each other so much. You're very, very close, and you learn a lot from each other and you balance each other out very, very well. So for an example, like let's say one of you is more of like the impulsive type. So the other individual is there to, you know, make sure that you check yourself and make sure you wait and think things through to make the right decision. And then maybe on the other hand, that person, you know, they never take risks, they never step out of the box, they never take any chances and put themselves out there. And so you teach that person to be more spontaneous, you know, you teach them to be more carefree. So it's like this, you both complement each other, you learn from each other, and you create balance in each other's lives. So this is a really, really important soul. I would say this is the soul that you incarnate with the most in many different roles, and you're just always there to provide balance in each other's lives, and also, you know, to help each other learn about themselves, because you provide contrast for each other. So the more you see in that other person, like, oh, that's not really me, or oh, I don't really agree with that, you can use that as a point of reference to learn more about yourself. So you guys are a really nice pair that I think travels together a lot. Then finally we get to the Queen of Pentacles, and I'm kind of seeing the Ace of Wands like attached onto this Queen of Pentacles. I'm not necessarily seeing this as another person, but rather what this Queen of Pentacles offers you in this lifetime. Now I'm seeing this as a person who will come into your life when you're going through your awakening, when you're ready to answer your calling and step up to your life's purpose. This is going to be likely somebody who is older than you or more experienced than you. It doesn't have to be a female, but I'm feeling that they will have the same job or work in the same field that you are very, very interested in. And it's like you look up to this person so much. They're an inspiration to you. They have everything that you want, you know, all of the success, all of the recognition, all of the abundance that you dream to realize yourself in this career. That's everything that this person has. And so they're like a big brother or a big sister to you. They're like almost like a role model, everything that you want to be. And you guys are going to form a very close friendship. This person is going to be extremely friendly to you and extremely kind to you. What I'm sensing is that maybe in your last life together, the roles were opposite. So you were very, very successful and abundant, and this person looked up to you a lot, and then you helped them out in their career and in their goals. And so now this soul is coming back in the current lifetime. You're switching roles and they're returning the favor to you now. So this is going to be somebody who helps you out in your dream career. And I can see with the Ace of Wands that this person is offering you a new career opportunity in your life. And not just assistance. It's like they're literally giving you the job. They're literally giving you that opportunity. So maybe they say like, you know, you can help me out with this project, or I know this person who would hire you. So they're literally setting you up to get the job and to really boost you in your career. So this is like good karma for you, and this is going to be a really, really close friendship. All right, so now let's take a look at your oracle cards. So this is going to show us where you might meet these members of your soul family. So I think I'm going to look at these for this Nine of Cups and the Queen of Pentacles, because this Temperance, I feel like you've just known this person for as long as you can remember. So let's take a look. We have regeneration, to be fair, and happy. Okay, so it looks like, I'll start with this partner here. I think it looks like you're going to meet this soul family member at a time in your life where you're not very happy. And I think it might have to do something with your career, with your dream path. It kind of seems like things aren't going the way you want them to. It feels like the world is very unforgiving. It will be a time in your life where you feel like nothing and nobody is helping you. It will feel like everything is against you. I'm kind of seeing you guys as this little tree. It's like, yes, you're growing little by little, but the environment you're in is not very supportive to that. It's like you're in the middle of this barren land with, I don't know what this is, with lava, and you're this spring tree trying to grow. So, you know, you're in really tough circumstances. It could be that you really don't have the resources to make this happen. You don't have the connections you need. You don't have the support you need, but you're doing your best anyway. And this romantic partner, that's when they're going to come into your life. And while I don't think, you know, this is the person who helps you out in the material sense, that's going to be this Queen of Pentacles. They're an incredible emotional support for you, because even when you're in this tough circumstances and when you're making such, you know, slow and painstaking progress, they believe in you so much. And even when you feel like there's nothing to smile about, this person is there to give you a reason to smile. This will be the person who showers you with affection, and like, I have this image of them, you know, making you say positive affirmations to yourself. Like, I'm talented, I'm beautiful, I have what it takes, I'm gonna make it through someday. Things like this. They're always going to be there for you through this tough time. So that's a really big emotional support for you. Then this To Be Fair card, I think this is representing how you will come in contact with this Queen of Pentacles. It's very interesting to me that there's the scales here that are balancing things out, because I was sort of picking up that there's some sort of karma coming back to you. And I feel like this lifetime you're sort of, you know, evening your score between each other. So you helped her out, you helped this queen out in a past life, and now she's going to help you out. She's returning that kindness and warmth to you. And I think this figure here represents very well how you will see this Queen of Pentacles. So elegant, so graceful, so beautiful. Again, you really look up to and admire this person. And I'm noticing how the person has 4 arms, and what came to my mind is like, you look at this person's accomplishments and what they're doing with their life, and you're like, oh my gosh, like, how do they get all of this done? How do they work this hard? You know, they're so busy, they're making so much money, and yet they're handling it all with such grace. They don't even look tired. How do they find the time and the energy to do all that? And it's just this beautiful moment that sparks your inspiration. It sparks your passion. It makes you feel like it's possible. And what's going to really strike you about this person is that while you may feel intimidated to approach them, they're immediately just going to be so warm and so friendly to you. And I'm noticing also she has an owl on her head, which represents this deep inner wisdom, like this deep knowing. So their soul is going to recognize you immediately. Even if their human self doesn't realize, it's like, yes, you're the one who helped me out in a past life. I've been waiting for you. It's, you know, welcoming with you. Oh my gosh, I'm getting too excited. Welcoming you with open arms, ready to help you, ready to assist you and lift you up out of this tough situation and into more lush and fertile lands. It looks like she's dressed up for some kind of night on the town. So it could be that you guys are meeting at a party, at some kind of event. It could be something like a play, a concert. I feel like it's a very cultured, very artistic environment. And while you may be feeling kind of intimidated, they're just so down to earth and so friendly and generous to you. I see you guys becoming very fast friends. All right, so now let's take a look at your final oracle cards. This is going to be what you and your soul family members teach each other in this lifetime. So we have Azurite with deep emotional healing, and we have revealing your true self. This revealing your true self, I definitely think this can resonate with every single member of your soul family that you're meeting in this lifetime. Starting with the Temperance, we saw a little bit earlier that even as you guys kind of butt heads or don't agree with everything, it provides contrast for you to see yourself more clearly. It's like if you guys are like yin and yang. So as this person shows their yang to you more and more, and you realize that it's different from you, you realize even more like, oh damn, I'm very yin, aren't I? It's like this kind of thing. They really, really help to expose, I guess. They help to bring your true self to light. We also have this Nine of Cups partner here who is very, very warm and accepting of your true self. And I think that goes really well with the phrase on this card. As you allow others to know the real you, you'll feel loved for who you truly are. And then even finally with the Queen of Pentacles, it's like, you know who you truly are, but this queen gives you the opportunity to put it out there. She gives you the opportunity to show it to the world and to really be proud of it and to create a life with it, to create abundance with it. So I really do see all of these people playing a role in this amethyst card, in this revealing your true self. I just noticed the blue and purple colors. There's something about these two colors together, especially when they're this deep, rich hue. It just makes me think of very, very old and long-standing soul connection. So I do think that you have had many, 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 many lives with these individuals, even with these guides over here. I don't know why, I just keep getting such a fun and mischievous vibe from these guides. So they may send you signs that make you laugh. They're there to provide you that comic relief. They're there to remind you never to take anything too seriously, and they always have your back. And the word rambunctious is coming to mind. I hope that's a real word. Otherwise, that's going to be kind of embarrassing. Okay, and then the next card that we have here is deep emotional healing. Your heart is ready to heal from past experiences, and you are willing to devote time and energy toward therapeutic care. So this is a really beautiful card that is showing you letting go of the past, healing from this tough situation, and finally growing into the beautiful tree that you were meant to be. And this ending part of that phrase, devoting time and energy toward therapeutic care, it's making me think that as you grow into this beautiful, abundant tree, as you pursue your dream path and start sharing your gifts with the world, you may actually pay that forward. You may actually start to inspire others and help others heal and grow from the past too. I'm also being drawn to this deep blue color of the card. It's making me think of the throat chakra, and you even have the blue stone here. These are people in your life that are going to help you speak your truth. Especially, I feel these two here, they're making you realize that you don't need to be afraid to vocalize what you need and to vocalize what you want, because people will be responsive. You may have had some earlier experiences where you felt that your needs were being ignored, where you felt that you were calling out but nobody was hearing you or nobody was responding. These people, these soul family members, are going to welcome you with open arms. They're going to listen. They're going to be eagerly waiting for your call so that they can respond to you and give you whatever it is that you need. And you should never, never hesitate to ask for help, to ask for support, to ask for the resources that you need. So they help teach you to speak up and communicate that clearly. Okay, so I'm going to end your reading there. Thank you very, very much for letting me read for you. I hope you have a wonderful day or night whenever you're watching, and I wish you all the best. Please take good care of yourself, stay healthy. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you feel like doing that, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye. Hi, number threes. So if you chose the blue lace agate, this is going to be a reading all about your soul family. So your soul family is the primary group of souls that you travel with throughout your different lifetimes. They help you learn and evolve throughout your lifetimes and vice versa. And so to start off this reading, I have 5 tarot cards, and these are going to represent the different members in your soul family. And in this reading, I'm actually going to keep the reversed cards in the reverse because I thought that those could represent the members of your soul family that are on the other side. So they're in the soul world and they're watching over you and guiding you throughout this lifetime. I also want to say that there are 5 cards, but there could very well be more members in your soul family. So these cards are just going to represent those that play the most significant role for you in this lifetime. Okay, so with all that being said, let's take a look at your cards now. So first we have the Queen of Cups, the Fool in reverse, the Ace of Swords, Four of Wands, and the Ten of Pentacles. So in the last reading, there was another Ace card, which I sort of connected to the card next to it. So I think I'm going to do that for this reading as well. So I'll connect the Ace of Swords with the Fool. And then I'm just going to group these like this. So these are members of your soul family that are in the soul world, and these are members of your soul family that are incarnated with you in the 3D in this lifetime. So I'm going to start with this Fool card in reverse. So I do believe that this is representing your primary spirit guide. The Fool is a major arcana. It's a very, very spiritual card because the Fool is this energy or this figure that is very close to source. So what I'm feeling for you guys is that, yes, this is your primary guide. This is a very powerful spirit guide. This could even be like a guardian angel. And I'm looking at the dog in this card, which represents, you know, a very strong loyalty, strong companionship. You know, this dog will follow the Fool wherever he goes. He's like his loyal best friend. So I do think that this is a guide who has stayed with you throughout the lifetimes and who is always there to bring you clarity and to help you through the tough times. This Ace of Swords, that represents mental clarity, it represents epiphanies, finding the truth. So whenever you're feeling lost, confused, uncertain about the future, whenever you have any worries, this guide is there for you to light the way. And I actually see on both of the cards this light emanating and breaking through the clouds. We see that here. We see the sun peeking out from behind the clouds. This guide is always there for you in those times of confusion, when you start to lose hope, when you start to lose faith. And I really want to stress that constant companionship. Like, they never go anywhere. You can rely on this guide, on this guardian angel, as frequently as you need to. I hear a lot of people in the comments of videos, especially when it comes to those about spirit guides and spiritual journeys, like, my guides must be getting so annoyed at me that they have to keep telling me this message. And it's really, really not like that at all. Your guides are so loving towards you, so extremely patient and loyal. They will give you all the confirmation you need, all the reassurance you need. And this angel, this guide, wants you to think of them as like a best friend, you know, someone you can always count on, somebody who is never going to judge you. And my voice is kind of shaking. I feel like I'm getting emotional. They want you to know so much. They want you to feel their love so much, okay? Yeah, very likely this is a guardian angel. That word keeps coming to my mind. And then the other card that you have for soul family members in the soul world is the Ten of Pentacles in reverse. I just noticed there's a dog on this card too. So these will also be very loyal soul family members. And I'm actually getting a very, very strong family vibe from this card. So this could be either family members of yours who have passed over, or this could be souls who were family members of yours in a past life. It could even be both, actually, considering that family members do tend to travel from lifetime to lifetime together. But what I'm seeing in this card is a mother figure, a motherly figure, and a grandfather figure. So if there's a parent or a grandparent who has passed on in this lifetime, this card is telling you that they are still with you, they're watching over you, and they're very loyal. They have a very strong bond as souls, and they're never going to leave you, not in this life or the next one or the one after that. But this can also be family members from a past life. And now that I think about it, if any of you had a dog or a pet who has passed over, they could be over in the soul world guiding you and watching over you as well and sending you so much love. But these souls are here to make you feel strong and to make you feel safe. And that's why they're stressing so much. Like, we are always, always here with you. We are never going to leave you. And they never will become impatient or frustrated or anything with you. I wish that everybody would know that, honestly, because it makes me sad to see those comments like, oh, my guides must be so annoyed. Maybe some of you guys are joking about that, in which case that's fine. But for those of you who would actually think that your guides are like, oh my gosh, we already told you this, or how many times are you going to ask us, figure it out on your own. It's not like that at all, okay? They're always, always, always willing to help you, and they love you so much. So just for anybody who needed to have that confirmation, I just wanted to say that. So now let's take a look at the souls who are with you in this lifetime. I'm going to start over here with the Queen of Cups, and this is definitely giving me very, very strong best friend vibes. This is like a soul sister. And actually, just because they're coming through as a queen, it doesn't mean that they are necessarily a female in the 3D. They could identify as any gender, honestly. So let's call them a soul sibling, okay? This is somebody that you immediately feel a very, very strong connection to. Like, you meet them and you just know that this person is meant to be in your life. I know we hear stuff like that very often about romantic soulmates. Like, I just looked into their eyes and I knew. But that same very strong, intense connection can be present in platonic connections as well, in friendships as well. And that is exactly what you have. I feel that this person is actually going to be someone in your life who is just as important as your spouse, as your romantic partner. You have that strong of a bond. You know each other that well. You and this person are going to have a lot in common. I'm very certain with this Queen of Cups energy that they will also be a spiritually inclined person, and you guys will be able to bond over that. Maybe they're into tarot and tarot readings as well. They're into the occult as well. They're very open to that esoteric and abstract side of things. And so if you're feeling a little bit alone in that regard, they're going to validate you for all of your spiritual experiences, for all of those emotions that are hard to put into words. They just get it. This person is extremely intuitive and perceptive and sensitive. They could be a water sign as they're coming through as a Cups card. So that's Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. But especially when it comes to you, it's like they just know. You see so much of yourselves in each other. There's nothing that you're afraid to tell the other person. And you're here for each other to offer infinite love and support and encouragement. I have the feeling that you guys will go through a lot of tough times together. Not with each other, like not with your relationship to each other, but you're there for those tough milestones. I don't know if that's the right word, in each other's lives, you know, like really bad breakup, or getting rejected in your career, or failing something in your studies. I'm just giving hypothetical examples. I'm not saying those things are going to happen to you, but just to give you an idea of what you witness throughout each other's lives. And you're always there to be that rock, to be that support, and to really calm each other. You guys were drawn to the blue lace agate, which is a stone that really, really soothes anxiety. It really helps to calm you down and relieve stress. It's a very healing stone. And I think that that's very much the effect that you guys have on each other. There are times when the two of you can hang out and you just don't say anything. You know, you're just doing your own thing, but being in each other's presence in itself is so, so healing. And also, you don't need to verbally communicate to know what the other needs or what the other is feeling. It's a very, very deep spiritual connection. And I hope that I'm doing an okay job at conveying how much love is there. And I think the biggest thing that you teach each other is that in itself is deep, deep self-love. You guys help to point out in each other what is so beautiful, what is so divine, what is so worthy of love and acceptance. And nothing in the world can break this bond. You guys will be together forever. This is a lifelong friendship. Soul siblings, yes. Okay, so moving on to the next card now, this Four of Wands. This is definitely representing your spouse. This is your romantic soulmate. This is your divine counterpart. This is your twin flame. For those of you who are on a twin flame journey, this is representing that. Your person that you end up romantically with in this lifetime has been with you for many, many lifetimes. They're a member of your soul family, and I think you'll find that you have a very, very similar bond with your spouse as you do with this friend. So deep spiritual connection, very intuitive connection. You see and understand each other so perfectly. It's a very intimate relationship. You just fit together so perfectly. I'm feeling that this is a connection that is meant to show you the power of the divine. It's meant to show you what miracles Spirit can perform in your life when you just have faith. So I think the dynamic when you first meet this individual is that you are so, so drawn to them, but there's something that makes you doubt if it's really realistic for the two of you to end up together. Maybe because you think that they're so out of your league, maybe because you feel that the two of you are at different levels somehow, or there are some sort of barriers between you. It would truly seem like a fairy tale. It would truly seem like a fake made up love story if the two of you were to end up together. But even so, after meeting this individual, you will keep seeing signs of them, such as repeating numbers, such as seeing them in dreams, such as hearing their name spoken out in public, or seeing their birthday on a billboard, or just something like that. It's like after you meet them, even if you're not physically together, their presence and their spirit will never leave you. And I'm having this image of you, telling this to your friend after you've met this person, thinking that you've gone crazy, and this friend is there to validate your experience and to support you throughout the whole journey and to help you have faith. Because I do think it is a very unlikely pairing in 3D terms. This is the 1111 card, right? So there's very heavy elements of destiny. There's very heavy elements of spirit working in mysterious ways to manifest this connection for you. But it's going to bring so much hope and faith into your life. And the Four of Wands, it shows a very happy union, a very happy marriage if you are wanting to get married, and a very happy home and family life. So if you guys are wanting to start a family, then this will be the person that you start a family with, that you share a home with, that you have children with. And I just got the message that some of those loved ones, some of those ancestors who are watching over you in the soul world, if you do have children, they might come back into your life as your child, because this is a very common pattern when it comes to soul families and soulmates. Like if someone was your mother or your grandmother, then they could come back as your child so that you can sort of switch the roles. And I feel like this might be the case for you. But yes, you are going to have a very, very happy home and a very happy family life in your future as a result of the union with this spouse. So basically you have so much happiness awaiting you in these connections. All right, so let's take a look at some oracle cards now. These are going to tell us where you might come across these individuals. So we have Poised, No Place Like Home in reverse, and a leg up. Okay, so starting with the no place like home in reverse, this is giving me, of course, the feeling of not being at home. So I am getting a sense that there will be a relocation that takes place in order for you to find these members of your soul family. And I think this goes actually for both of them. There will be some relocation, and I think it's a pretty significant one. So not just like, you know, moving across town or something like that, but perhaps to another state or province, or even to another country. Because I'm seeing a leg up in reverse here, and this is making me think of you being independent, of you moving away from the support system that you originally had. So for example, being significantly far away from your parents, or significantly far away from your friends who used to, you know, you used to have them to count on. It's like you're totally out there on your own. You're in a totally new place where there isn't anybody that you know. I'll say it like that. So at first, it's like there's no one there to help you. You're out there on your own in this new space, but you're totally killing it. Like, you're doing such an amazing job. You're handling all of the changes with such grace, I guess. You're handling it super, super well. And it's interesting because it's like, even though you're so far away, you don't feel homesick. Something in your soul just feels right. So for those of you who have a specific country or city, or even just a general part of the world that really calls to you, it could be that that's where your soul is going to thrive the most. That's where you're going to feel the most comfortable, the most happy, the most yourself. And that's where your soul family resides too. So in a situation where others might, you know, crumble under the pressure, you know, of being all alone, of not having the usual people that they do to count on, maybe not having the usual resources that they do, rather you feel such a huge sense of excitement and enthusiasm and hope for the future. Just being in this environment and being in this country, this city, whatever, it's so thrilling to you, and it feeds your soul so much. So you're actually going to be feeling really, really good, even amongst the unpredictable changes and the unfamiliarities of this new environment. And I think it's because your soul knows that something is really coming up. And isn't it ironic, like how in your past, in your familiar environment, maybe you had to, you know, call on this angel a lot because there was so much confusion about what you should do with your life and where you should go. But now that you've gone to this new environment, it's like everything just falls into place. You have this epiphany, you have this moment of clarity, like this is where I'm supposed to be. Even if logically you can't explain why, your soul just knows, like, this is it, this is my home. Whew, okay, I rambled way too much for that, but that's really, really exciting. So there is some relocation involved with meeting both of these people. I don't get the sense that they'll be like related in any way. I don't think that they'll know each other, is what I'm trying to say. I think you will meet the friend first, then you will meet this future spouse, which is, you know, some very strange circumstances that you meet each other. There's a lot of synchronicity involved in it. And that's when you start sharing the experiences with your Queen of Cups and feeling very crazy about the whole thing. But it all falls together. Like, you start to put the pieces together. This is why I had to come here. This is why I met you. And this is why I'm feeling this way. Everything comes together. All right, so let's look at your final oracle cards now. These are going to represent the lessons that you and your soul family teach each other. So there's healthy communication in relationships, and stay strong in your faith. That makes a lot of sense. I am seeing the pink and blue colors, which it made me think of divine masculine and feminine. I know, like, that's the very traditional, like, women are pink and men are blue, but it just gave me that imagery of like a masculine and a feminine counterpart coming together. So I think that's even more confirmation for those of you who may be thinking that you're on a twin flame journey, but you're not sure. This can be a sign to confirm that to you, because it just immediately put that image in my head of masculine and feminine. And then there's the message of stay strong in your faith as well. And it makes so much sense for this divine counterpart, this union that, you know, so much of it needs to be left up to the divine. It makes sense that this connection would teach you to be faithful. This person, this spouse, is teaching you to be faithful, and even this friend is teaching you to be faithful. I'm just feeling that really, really strongly as you guys are becoming more awakened to your spirituality, awakened to your abilities, to those senses that you cannot explain in 3D terms. It makes a world of the difference when you have somebody who gets it, who validates that, and who has even experienced the same thing. And that's what I think this friendship is going to be for you. So this is also a spiritual person, and they're going to really be able to relate to you with the sort of seemingly woo-woo things that you've been experiencing and going through, and help you to believe that you're not crazy, and that there really is an element of destiny here, and that something really amazing is going to happen. And then finally, we have the healthy communication in relationships. This card talks about heart-to-heart discussions, communicating yourself, expressing yourself clearly, understanding others and being understood. That's a very intimate sort of energy to me, you know, when you can just so clearly and directly express what is in your heart and have that be received by another person. I think that's just so, yeah, intimate. That's intimacy, in my opinion, being entirely seen and understood. And that is exactly what you have here. I think, you know, like I said, there may be other members of your soul family that you come across, but this reading was to show you the most significant ones, those that will leave the biggest imprint on your life and on your heart. And I really think that in the 3D, it is these two individuals here, and you'll have a bond and a mutual understanding that is really hard to find anywhere else. It's inexplicable. Like, you cannot put it into words. You cannot explain it with the 5 senses. Anyway, I'm gonna stop rambling now. So, wow. How beautiful is this reading? Okay, I'm going to end it there. Thank you very, very much for letting me read for you. I hope you have a wonderful day or night whenever you're watching, and I wish you all the best. Please take good care of yourself, stay healthy. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you feel like doing that, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye! Hi number 4s, so if you chose the orange calcite, this is going to be your reading all about your soul family. So your soul family is the primary group of souls that you experience your lifetimes with. They help you to learn and evolve over the course of your lifetimes, and vice versa. And so for the first cards that we have here, these are 5 tarot cards, and they're going to represent the different members of your soul family. And for this reading, I'm actually going to keep the reversals, because I thought the reversal cards could represent those members of your soul family that are actually on the other side. So they're in the soul world, watching over you and acting as a guide for you in this lifetime. I also want to say, even though there are 5 cards here, it could very well be that your soul family has more members to it. So these cards are just going to represent those who have the most significant impact on you in this lifetime. Okay, so with all that being said, let's take a look at your cards now. We have the Knight of Swords, the Empress in reverse, 7 of Cups in reverse, the Star, and the Hanged Man. So I'm just going to separate them like this. So these 2 cards here, these are going to represent the members of your soul family that are in the soul world, and these 3 cards here represent those that are currently incarnated with you in the 3D in this lifetime. Okay, so starting over here in the soul world, the first card that we have for you is the Empress, and I immediately get a very, very strong and loving vibes of a mother or a grandmother. So for those of you who do have an older female relative, perhaps a grandmother who has passed over to the other side, this could very well be representing her, who is now watching over you and guiding you from the soul world. If that does not resonate with you, it can also be the soul of somebody who was your mother or your grandmother in a past life. But I am getting such warm vibes of unconditional love from this soul. Think of like a grandma who just wants to pinch your cheeks and bake you cookies and give you money. It's almost like this kind of, doting, spoiling energy, but it's so warm and loving. And I'm getting the message that this spirit guide likes to show their presence and send you love through nature. So if you're walking one day and you see this beautiful patch of flowers, or if you come across some beautiful trees in the forest, if you look up and see the sunset and it's really stunning, or some pretty clouds in the sky, maybe a nice warm breeze of wind, anything about nature that stands out to you and that feels very striking, very beautiful, it's like this spirit guide is giving you that sight, is giving you that scenery to show you how much they love you, and also to show you how great, how big their presence is. They are everywhere. They are always there. They are always watching over you and sending you love. I'm also getting the message that anytime you get some surprise little boost in your finances, whether that's like getting a bonus at work, winning some money, or even just finding some coins on the ground, any little boost of money, that's also this spirit guide telling you that they're here and that they love you very, very much. Okay, so that's the first member of your soul family that I see here. The second one that we have in the soul world is the Seven of Cups. So this one is kind of interesting because we cannot actually see this figure's face. They're wearing a mask. So what I think is that this is some spirit guide. This is some soul that is currently helping you, but you haven't been acquainted with them yet. So you are not aware of this spirit guide's presence in your life yet. What I'm thinking actually for a lot of you, because the Seven of Cups, it can be a card that shows illusion, that shows a fantasy, that shows wishful thinking. You might get messages from your guide, like some encouraging message that, something good is going to happen, some message that you're on the right track, and you dismiss it for your own wishful thinking, or let's say you read your own tarot cards and this guide gives you a really, really good reading and you're like, oh, I'm just seeing the message that I want to see in the cards. You think that, but it's actually this guide who you are not yet acquainted with, who is trying to talk to you, who is trying to make themselves known. So maybe you guys can, tell this guide that you have the intention of meeting them properly, let them come forward and introduce themselves, because I do see on this card that they are in the process of taking their mask off. I think they communicate with you a lot through some sort of voice in your head. So through the act of claircognizance, you receive these sudden thoughts in your head, and that is this guide talking to you. And what made me think that is actually the skull. I know that's kind of morbid, but it's like their message comes through inside your head. So maybe that's why you mistake it for, your own thoughts or your own wishful thinking, but it's actually this guide. Very, very friendly, very kind and gentle vibes from them. Okay, so now let's move on to the members of your soul family that are in the 3D world. The first one we have here, this is the Knight of Swords. I am getting the sense for most of you that you may already know this person. They're already in your life. This is a general reading, but it has the vibes of, for example, a sibling or a childhood friend, something like that. Like you've known them for quite a while and you're very close. I think that you guys are around the same age with them coming through as a knight, because I would generally read like page as a younger person and queen or king as an older person. This to me, it looks around the same age group. It could also be an internet friend, somebody that you meet online for some of you, but I feel that it's somebody that you're meeting sort of in the earlier years of your life. So like in your teens, in your 20s, something like this, maybe even in your childhood. And you guys have a very, how can I say, like it's very straightforward, sometimes blunt, but it's very friendly and loving. So this could be the type of relationship where, you know, you like to poke fun at each other, but you're always laughing, you're always cracking jokes with each other, and you're always honest and open with each other. Even if it's brutally honest, even if sometimes you're roasting each other a little bit, it's that kind of relationship. And I think that's why I kind of got the siblings vibe in the beginning, because it was giving me that vibe of people who can, you know, pick on each other and who can have little bouts of bickering, but they still know that they love each other and they're always there for each other in the end. But it could be very well too that there's a close friend that you have this kind of relationship with, but nothing is off the table with regards to the things that you talk about, the things that you admit to each other, the things that you point out in each other, whether that's an admirable trait or a flaw. Everything's out there. Everything's out there. It's very open and honest, and it's very, very comfortable. And yeah, it has that kind of siblingy, tough love kind of vibe to it. Then the next card that we have is the Star, and this is very, very interesting. I'm feeling that this is, well, first of all, this is a very important person in your life because they're coming through as a major arcana. Very important soul connection. And this is going to be the person who, how can I say? They awaken you to your dream. They trigger you finding your dream and finding the path that you want to pursue. And I'm actually getting the feeling for a lot of you that this might be a public figure that is really, really inspiring to you, or it could either be that this person is doing exactly what you want to do with your life, or you know about this person and then you're watching, I don't know, you're watching an interview and they mention a certain thing that you then go and look up and you're like, oh my gosh, this is exactly what I want to do. Whatever it may be, there's something about this person in your life that leads you to your passion, that leads you to the biggest dream in your life, the thing that is so close to your heart that you want to pursue. And so you look up to this person a lot. That's the role that they are playing in your life. They're instilling in you that hope for the future and that desire and passion to move towards some dream, to move towards some career path or whatever it may be. It doesn't have to be a public figure. It could be a friend, someone you meet at school or at work. But I just got that vibe for a lot of you because it's like they're doing something extraordinary with their life that really lights up your heart, that really makes you start to dream about your own possibilities. And I actually do see you reaching these dreams and these goals that this star person has illuminated for you. In fact, you may even reach the same level as them or even surpass them one day actually, but you'll forever be grateful to them and the role that they played in your life. And that is where this next person comes in. This is the Hanged Man. This is also a really significant person in your life, and it almost feels like, so first this person is the star to you, and then you become the star, and then you are the star to this Hanged Man. So this Hanged Man is going to be somebody who maybe feels a little bit stuck, a little bit stagnant in their life. They're not really moving because that's the energy of the Hanged Man. And it's like they can't seem to find their dream. They can't seem to find something that they're passionate about. And then just in the same way that this star person enters your life and lifts you up, you then reach that level and lift up this person. So you guys are all going to be interconnected like this. And then I guess I should say then, for those of you who you are resonating with this being a public figure, you are going to meet them. You're going to meet them, you're going to reach their level, and then you're going to be the same thing for this hanged man. So you inspired this hanged man to pursue their dream. They work their way up to your level, they meet you, they develop a relationship with you, and it's like this. So it's almost like you're taking that star energy and you're paying it forward. You're creating this beautiful chain reaction in the world of people having awakenings and people following their purpose. And who knows, maybe this hanged man will then continue that pattern and help to inspire and awaken even more people into the future. And now that I say that, I'm actually getting quite a vibe of light workers or star seeds. If you guys resonate with that, you are here to help awaken the people around you and help more people to discover their true self and discover their true purpose. And you are, yeah, sort of creating this domino effect, which is really, really cool. Okay, so now let's take a look at your oracle cards. These are going to show how you might meet these people. And I'm going to look, I think, especially for the star, because we know that the hanged man is going to come into your life as a result of, you know, seeing you in your power, doing your thing, and being inspired by you. And I do think that most of you have already met this Knight of Swords. So let's look with a focus on the star, like how the star is going to come into your life. We have breathe, never-ending story, and round and round. I don't know, I'm just really feeling like this is either a public figure or it's somebody that at the beginning you know of them but you don't know them personally, or like you know them but they don't know you. I think that's how it's going to be at first, because the image that I got with all of these cards is that this star is going to come into your life at a time where your mental health is not the best. You're actually kind of feeling like this hanged man. You're feeling in a rut. I'm looking at the round and round and never-ending story, and this is really giving me the vibes of like being tired of the way your life is. You know, it's just the same old thing every day, or, you know, you feel like you're in a funk, you feel like you're spiraling downwards and you can't get out of this rut. You can't find something that excites you, that brings light into your life. With the breathe card, you might be feeling kind of anxious, you know, trying to find your direction, trying to find your purpose. And, you know, you're trying to feel better. You're trying to maybe do like meditations and to relax yourself, but it's like nothing seems to be working and you're stuck in this same kind of pattern. So I imagined you in this energy of, you know, being at home or being in this pattern of like going to work and back home, going to work and back home. And yeah, just, I mean, I already said it, but just in this rut. And then I feel like you could discover this person online. Like you come across some post of them or some video of them, or you hear a song or whatever it is that they do. And they don't even necessarily have to be that famous. They could just be like well known in their community. So they don't have to be, you know, like the typical celebrity in the arts, but just a well-known figure. I think you're going to find them when you're in this rut, and something is just going to like lift you up out of it. Like, that's it. That's what I want to do with my life. And you're going to feel incredibly drawn to this star person. They will kind of be like your North Star, like your guiding star. And you think, you know, one day I'm going to get out of this situation. I'm going to live a life like them. And you'll probably dream about, you know, meeting this person as well. And I have to say, I am getting a message just for some people. I think you will know, like, if this resonates, this is a message for you. if this is applicable, because a lot of things I think need to fall into place, but there could be even a romantic potential with this star person. There could be a romantic potential, but at the very least, you will succeed in a similar path. You will get to meet this person. You will get to share your story and get to personally thank them for how much they have helped you, the difference that they've made in your life. And you will have a friendship. You will have a friendship with this person. A very small number of you will work together. You will make something together, but I don't think that's the majority. And same with the romantic relationship. I don't think that's the majority either, but for those of you who were wondering and feeling that that might be the case, maybe that's a message that is coming through for you to be your confirmation. Okay, so let's take a look at the final oracle cards now, and these are going to represent the lessons that you and your soul family teach each other. There's be gentle with yourself in reverse and ready to love again. Okay, be gentle with yourself in reverse. The opposite of that, I'm definitely not going to take this as be hard on yourself, because that's certainly not a lesson that we should learn. But this does remind me a little bit of, you know, the energy of this Knight of Swords, that kind of tough love energy. It's like these members of your soul family are there to give you a little kick, you know? They're there to teach you discipline. They're there to teach you, you know, to remember your potential and not get too comfortable with wherever you are. Don't get stuck in that rut. I think that's more what this card is probably trying to say in the reverse. You know, they're giving you that tough love. They're giving you that little push. This can be talking as well about a push to step out of your comfort zone too, because I guess with being really gentle with yourself, being too easy on yourself, there's a sort of implication that you're sticking to your comforts, you're sticking to what you know, you're never putting yourself in an uncomfortable situation, but sometimes that is necessary in order to grow. So even when, you know, when you find this passion that you're really excited about, this Knight of Swords, this sibling or this friend, they could be a little bit tough with you to make sure that you're staying on track, and not in a way where they're, you know, putting you down for not being at a certain level of progress, but just giving you those little nudges every day, like, hey, did you work on your goal? Did you finish it? Like, come on, you keep talking about it. And, you know, they're not letting you, I guess, slack or get too comfortable. I think that's probably the message that this card wants to say. And then we have the Tanzanite card, which says ready to love again. You've healed from the past enough to open your heart to new love. So that's funny, because I'm seeing a little bit more of hints of some romantic situation blossoming between you and the star. But of course, this doesn't necessarily have to be romantic love. Love is everywhere. It's omnipresent. It comes in all forms. And this can even be talking about yourself and your life. Like, you are ready to love your life again. You're ready to love yourself again, which maybe at one point felt like it was never coming, when you were in this energy of the round and round, the same thing over and over, the same events in your life, the same thought patterns, the never-ending story, like days just, I'm looking at this hourglass, like just days trickling by and nothing's happening. This can be talking about your life too. You're ready for that excitement again. You're ready to embrace that passion again and take a step out into the world of your dreams. That was kind of cheesy. Anyway, I'm going to end the reading there. Thank you very, very much for letting me read for you. I hope you have a wonderful day or night whenever you're watching, and I wish you all the best. Please take good care of yourself, stay healthy. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you feel like doing that, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.